Hi crafty creators! Welcome back to Flosstube! As always, you guys are such gems for joining me today. A big welcome back to my returning subscribers and viewers. You guys absolutely make my day and warm my heart every time you drop a cheeky little like or leave me a comment downstairs so that we can have a chat. It really, really does make me happy. It's just the best notification on my phone. And a huge hi, hello, how are you to anyone that might be new and have just found us. I'm so glad you're here with us. I hope you like what you've seen so far and you've found a reason to stay. My name is Miss Chloe, and this is my little corner of the internet where I get to share my cross-stitching adventure with you guys. Today is our second May update. Already, it feels like I only just did the first video. This 2 weeks has gone so quickly for me, and I think it's because of mania. I think it's because of mania. So if you guys saw the last video, you'll of course know that I am participating in May Mania this year. For the first time, I'm doing it promptly, and I have a whole bunch of starts. The challenge over in Fandom Stitching, which is one of the Facebook groups I am in that is basically stitching games, they have a challenge to do 24 starts on 24 different days in the month of May. And I went, seems ridiculous. I don't think I could do that. Let's do that. So here I am trying my best, pulling out all the stops to get them in. I have had a couple of days off, so at the moment I am only up to day 12 as of filming this. But thankfully for me, our evil queen has said they do not have to be consecutive days. And she has also said that we can do parts of starts, which is the best news for me because I am very behind in a lot of stitch alongs and I need to catch those up. So I have been doing some new projects as prescribed and some sales that I needed to catch up on. I actually have 2 sales that I've pulled out of the woodwork so far. I have 2 more in my plans that I'm hoping to pull out in the next week or so just to get them going, get in there. And I think that'll be really, really good. But thanks to May Mania, I have gotten a lot done. I've become behind on other things I'd like to have finished, but I'm telling myself that's okay. I'm letting that sit, and I haven't got quite as far as I'd like, but it's still further than not starting at all. So we're okay with it this time round. So far in May, I've had a couple of finishes. And it includes a brand new design that I did for a Facebook group. So I think we're gonna start there because I was pretty excited about that one. So I'm not sure how many of you will know this, but May the 12th is Fibromyalgia Awareness Day. And recently on Facebook, a lovely person called Cass has started up a Facebook group called Fibromyalgia Stitches. And it is for anybody with fibromyalgia to have a safe place to stitch and also talk about their experience. So as a surprise for everybody on the 12th, she organized for a bunch of designers to create and go through and release patterns just for that group. So of course, I had to test stitch. Now I have discovered that the fibromyalgia awareness color is purple and that their symbol is a butterfly. So of course, I had to design this cute little monarch butterfly in purple tones. So it's 4 purples, a white and black. I hope you guys are getting a really good view on your close-up there. Designing this guy to be completely symmetrical was the hardest thing. I kept looking at it and being like, that stitch is a little bit out. Oh, no, I missed a black spot over there and the whites don't match up. Trying to get things to look identical has never been my strong suit. I am not very good at completely matching everything, but I always do my best. And because this was for the new group and it was commissioned and it was a whole charity thing, I thought, you know what, put the extra time in, get it done. So I did this one. I think I stitched it up on May the 8th or 9th. And I had to send it to my graders as a secret because I couldn't put it in my big number boxes. I couldn't put it in my finishes. I couldn't show people. It was very hush hush until it was released. But I'm so happy with how it came out. I absolutely love it. And I did it on this hand-dyed Ada that I got from Frog and Tink. If you're in Australia, it's still available on the Janet's page. It's all different colors, but it's all this really beautiful pastel work. So I thought that that was just perfect. It was really calm and it was a nice background. As my friend Lara says, you've got to love a purple and green combination. So I made it happen on this butterfly. It's got a little bit of blue through there too, which I think is just beautiful. And it just matches up with the little butterfly so well. I am super happy about this. I released this in the group. I've been tagged by a couple of you guys who are stitching it, which just, it makes me so happy. I don't know if anyone else would be interested in stitching the fibromyalgia butterfly to show their support for any friends or family or themselves if you guys have got fibromyalgia. If you do, let me know. Reach out on Instagram via DM or on my Facebook, and I am more than happy to send you a copy of the pattern. I'm more than happy to do that so that you can spread your awareness and just have that beautiful little butterfly for yourself. Next up on the finish train, we have Coco at Luke's. I did it, you guys. Here's a close-up. Okay, so this is Coco at Luke's. This is done on linen. It is my first proper linen project. You guys heard me last time talk about how much Lara from the Pattern Queens came to my rescue and taught me how to use linen properly and all of its secrets. Well, I stuck with it and I did it. I finished this one in a couple of days and I really loved it. I really loved it. This, of course, is designed by the Black Needle Society. So thank you very much, Katie. This was a fun one to do. I had a great time stitching up the Luke's Coco Cup. And now I have to go through and work out how to finish it. So this one did come with a full finishing kit from Lady Dot Creates. Hopefully I read all of the instructions properly and I can get this done. I'm really looking forward to having a crafty day where I just go through and finish this. I'm going to do this one and then also a bunch of my Celebrate All Year sale together. I think that they'll be really fun to put together. This one is stitched 2/2, so 2 threads over 2 sets of holes to make the stitches a little bit bigger, and as I said, it is on linen. All of this was provided to me by the Black Needle Society and it came in our Winter in Stars Holly box. I really enjoyed this. I already can't wait to try another linen project, which is a sentence I never thought I would say because I didn't enjoy the first one so much. But here I am, I'm excited for it. So I'm gonna have to dig through my box of kits that I have because of course a lot of Nice List stuff is kitted up with linen because that's what a designer prefers to use, so that's what we get given. So I've had them sitting there waiting for me to get some confidence or swap out the fabric, you know, one or the other. And now that I have the confidence, I'm gonna go through and stitch those guys up. So keep an eye out because there will be some more linen projects heading your way in my Instagram feed and of course in these floss tubes. But yeah, I love this little Coco cup. I think it's just so cute. The whipped cream on top is giving me life. I would like all my drinks to come with this much whipped cream, please. Could you imagine every time you walk in there and get your coffee, like it comes out with this stack of whipped cream on top? Okay, this is just making me want iced coffee, you guys. I'm gonna put it down. But I'm super happy with that one. So that one's all finished up. Next up, the last proper finish that I have was my piece for May the 4th. I know that a lot of you out there celebrate, so happy May the 4th to everyone that does. This is Yoda from Personalized Designs. Here's your close-up. Yoda is done completely as kitted, so I didn't make any changes. I didn't change any of the fabric. I didn't change any of the floss. I didn't change any of the colors. He is correct. I won this kit in a giveaway they did May the 4th, I want to say last year, and it got posted to me. But of course, once it got posted to me, it was a little bit late for May the 4th. So it's been sitting on my trolley, waiting for me to have a moment and the time to start it. And I thought this year for May Mania would be absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. I hunkered down with a couple of Disney movies and I stitched all of it. I did this in about a day. And And yeah, I was really happy with how it came out. I think it's very, very cute. It was an easy stitch. Personalized design was really good in the way that they didn't give us any fractal stitches, which when you're on a 14 count Ada is very, very nice. And they actually give you instructions for doing buttonhole stitches. So there is a finishing tutorial for making it into a full bookmark, and it comes with a second piece of fabric that is the same size so that you can put a backing on it, which I think is really, really sweet. It's that nice little extra step to make sure that you can actually finish your piece, and that's really cool. Really cool. But just over 1,000 stitches, and I'm really happy with him. I think he came out to be super stinking cute. And now I have to work out which book he is going to live in, because I have quite an extensive book collection going on, you guys. So I think at the moment what I want to do is cross stitch or make bookmarks as much as possible, because then I can just have one for each book and I never have to worry about finding one again. Because if you're a reader, you know the struggle. You know the struggle. I can never find a bookmark. It doesn't matter how many I buy. It doesn't matter. They're just gone. Just gone. So I am hoping that if I start cross-stitching bookmarks that I will know where they are. I have done 3 so far. I've got a little sloth, obviously Yoda, and some mermaids that I've done in the past, and I really like all of them. They are, apart from Yoda because he's not backed, they are all currently in books in my bookshelf. This is not my main bookshelf. This is my mini bookshelf in the kitchen, because I filmed to you from my kitchen. But my main bookshelf out in the library, so I have started a collection of different bookmarks that people have gifted me over the years, as well as those 2 fabric ones that I've made myself. All right, next I'm gonna go to the big scary pile, which is my whips. So the first thing I'm gonna show you is a Sal, and I've been using this one for Mania because the Evil Queen, thank you so much Sean, said that I could start parts. So I have been catching her up, although now my brain is obsessing with her just a little bit, because I started part 6 one day and I got like 1,000 stitches and I was like, that's really good. And then the next day happened and I was like, well, you have to start part 7 now, but part 6 isn't done. But why isn't part 6 done? Because we didn't have time and we needed to sleep and go to work and do human things. You should have taken all of May off just to stitch. My brain is disappointed with me because I haven't caught up and I'm doing the next part, and it just feels really wrong, you guys. Really wrong on all the levels, but I'm doing it. I'm pushing myself. I'm getting there. We're gonna be okay. This is the Sal I've been working on. So many of you just went, finally, in the background. I can feel the relief. I can feel the relief that she's back. She is really awkward to hold, so here is your close-up, you guys. Here it is. So this is Autumn Lane Stitchery's Dark Queen of the Earth. She is on a 32 count even weave fabric that was gifted to me, and it's beautiful. It is opalescent, so she's sparkly. And my God, is it beautiful in person. Absolutely beautiful. She is stitched 2 over 2, so 2 threads over 2 holes. And I am absolutely obsessed, you guys. Obsessed. I think she's just fabulous. Apart from the problem that, you know, I've started parts 6, 7, 9, and 10. I just really want to get her done now. She's beautiful. I finally made a commitment. You could see her arms coming in there. They are brown. We are going with the Wood Nymph Queen rather than the Green Spring Queen. And I could not be happier with my decision. On this fabric, the brown stands out and it's just really lush. So I cannot wait to put that in. I have started on the section at her feet. I have started her arms. I have done her bodice, and I am now working through the big branch. There's a giant branch that sort of encapsulates her completely and swells up around her head. She is so pretty. So pretty. And on this fabric, she is an absolute stunner. This is a project that I am doing on a scroll frame, obviously, but to display her and actually show you what I've done, I have had to remove her supports. So that's why she's a little bit harder to hold up. And the rods are quite long, so I can't really keep going with her being upright like I normally do while I talk to you. But I'm really happy with where she's at. I've put in a few thousand stitches on her. So beforehand she was quite bare. There was a lot missing on her. And I'm really happy with the progress. I am absolutely in love with her again, and I cannot wait to keep working on her. The only problem is because she's so big, she's not transportable, you guys. Not one little bit. The queen is made for the house and the house alone. She does not like going places. She just wants to sit on her scroll rod, and she just wants to be in a corner. Which is a bit of a pain because I would love nothing more than to take her everywhere and work on her all over all day. Like, as soon as you get a break, go stitch for 5 minutes. As soon as you get lunch, 30 minutes of stitching. Waiting for my husband to finish work? No problem. Stitching time. It would be fabulous. But unfortunately, I can't take her everywhere because she is just a little teeny bit too big, and I do need good light to work on her, especially with the glitter. She tends to throw my eyes out just a little bit, but that is a-okay because I am in love with her and I cannot wait to get back to it. I think I've still got 2 or 3 parts that I have not started yet that I can start for May Mania. But one of them is her actual face, and I need to get her décolletage and her neck in first. Otherwise I have to count, and as we all know, stitches can count, Chloe cannot. It's a miracle when I do things and they're in like the right place for the whole project. It doesn't happen very much. There's always a moment where I miscount, especially on the over 2s and especially on the sparkly fabric, which throws your eyes just a little bit. So I'm gonna have to speed stitch this section and just get her up to speed so that I can put in her neck bands, because there's a green like collar, and then there's her face. And then we can start doing that, you guys. I also think one section that I have not started is just entirely backstitch. I think that's part 12. So that might be a bit, that might be a bit much. I've never actually done a project fully where I've done all of the stitching first and then done all of the back stitching. Usually my process is that I will do, say, this much, and then I will do the back stitching in there, and it will just be this solid block that's completely done. And then I'll come over and do this bit, and then I'll extend the back stitching into this bit, and then I'll come up here and I'll do it, which is what I did with the crests last year. So fingers crossed I can find everything, because I'm sure there are a few modifications I've forgotten about in the last 12 months. But we'll see. I am really loving it, so I'm hoping to get some more done on that one before she comes back out next time for you. Next up, we have my very first May Mania start. My very first May Mania start was Strawberry Month from the Black Needle Society. Look how cute this is, you guys. I am about 50% of the way through it. 50%, I'm so happy with it. It's really cute, it's really bubbly, and this navy Zweigart fabric is the perfect choice to go with it. The perfect choice. There are tiny little white flowers that go in between all of the strawberries, like on the plant, and I cannot wait to put those in. That's going to be really cute. Really cute. So I've used this for obviously May Mania, which was 200 stitches, and then I've been using it for a fandom prompt for monthlies, and now it's kind of sitting on the back burner waiting for me to get a day where I can just sit down and finish it, because I would like to finish this one up before the end of the month so that I am completely ready for next month's release. I'm really enjoying this one. I have done 2 colors. Obviously this pattern is from the Black Needle Society, so she is adorned in Black Needle Society minders that we've been given over the years, and thankfully Katie has charted these guys all up in DMC, so I have a good access to all the thread for this one. I don't have to wait. There's no back ordering for this one. Woo! Every time I order fancy floss, just for the people that don't know why I'm so like jazzed about it being a DMC thing. Every time I order Fancy Floss, 1 to 2 of them are always back ordered, and I'm waiting months and months and months and months and months for them to come in. And then I get them and I finish the piece and it's really good. But like that in-between wait, I'm not about that in-between wait, you guys. I don't like it. I don't like waiting. I like the hyper focus of the piece I'm doing now to actually get finished if I can. So the fact that this is all DMC is really nice because I've got it kitted, I've got it on floss drops, we are going, and I just think it's really, really cute. So this is our second one on the navy fabric. Next month is also going to be on the navy fabric, and then she's going away for a while. She's going away until I can get a full day to work out how to finish these guys and start putting my stand together and work out if I'm painting it or staining it or what I'm doing, because I don't know yet. I don't know yet. But I am hoping to work that out soon. But yeah, that's where she's up to. And fingers crossed I will get some time this month to go through and finish her for us. Okay, next up I have another black needle project to share with you. This is another stitch along that I am doing parts of. Santa's stamp collection is back, you guys. Here's your close-up. She is back, and I am currently working on stamp number 23. She was a Maymania start for me. This is on a 32 count even weave from Bestitch Me, and it is stitched over 2. This one doesn't have a color name, it just has a bunch of numbers. So I think this was a sale item that we got, and I really love it. I think it's a great color. It's very blue and very gentle, so it gives off that winter vibe that we're looking for Santa's stuff. So in my last Maymania start, I did the little bell, or started to outline the little bell there at the bottom. And I thought that that was really fun. I'm really enjoying this one. It's nice to get back to it, especially after seeing my friend Cece. Cece is doing theirs as a challenge this year to try and get it finished. And I absolutely love seeing their updates. There are so many, and it's just up in their story, and every now and then it just pops up, and all I can think is, wow, I should get it. I should join Cece. I should do that too. So Cece, hey baby, you have inspired me. That is why this one is out. So the last stamp is the last one that I have to start. So that will be my Maymania start. It is the big one. But as all the frames came out early, I am hoping to stitch up the frame first, as I don't think that counts as the release. And I will need that to plot where I'm going. So I might even just do this L-shaped border and stitch the bottom of this big stamp. This big stamp is a fireplace with stockings and presents. So I might do that so that I can just sort of work it up from the bottom and then just put in the top row a little bit later and the other side. And that will be perfectly fine because I'll have something solid to count off, because it just has to line up with these guys. I think I can do that. This one is available on their website. It was originally released as a stitch along. Like I said, it was a surprise stitch along from the Nice List. I want to say a couple of years ago. We opened our gift on day 1, and it was the fabric to start, and then we got an email with the day 1 banner and stamp, and of course all of your frame outlines, and everyone just went, cancel all my plans. So we all stitched like maniacs, and some of us ran out of steam because they were doing the family thing and everything else was going on. But I'm really, really glad I'm back to it. There's not a lot of colors in this piece, which is super nice. It just alternates, and the way Katie uses the colors to make them all look different, I think is just beautiful. It comes out so wonderfully, and I cannot wait to get it finished and then work out what to do with it. I don't think I want to put this one in a frame. I think I want to make it part of the Christmas decor, but like a piece I can easily pack down and put away and not have to worry about glass. So if you have ideas on what could be a really nice finishing technique for this, please let me know. Let me know downstairs. I am always looking for ideas. I am up for anything. I can Google a million tutorials and learn how to do it. It might be a bit of a process. It might be rough. but we'll get it done. We'll get it done. So I'm really keen to see what you guys think for what we should do with this when it's done. But yeah, that was the one I did there. So we're hoping to get this one in a little bit. And then I'm hoping it will fit some prompts in June so I can use it to fill out all those backgrounds, because as you can see, I have not done the solid colors in most backgrounds, so I need to get them done. The next piece I have to show you guys, I am stoked about. It is designed by my stitching bestie. You guys know her. It's Wing Leader from Stitched by Liz. I am a good chunk of the way through our dragon. A good chunk. I do not remember my percent. I did this a few days ago. Here's a close-up. Please appreciate the fractal stitches in him. There are tiny, tiny baby stitches. So they're charted out as fractals. I have chosen to do them as petites because why not? Why not? You're a crazy person. Why not do them over one with 2 threads? Why not? It's got really good coverage, I'll give it that. The curves and shapes are just perfect and beautiful. This is done with the leftover fabric that I had out for the freaking bats that you guys will remember if you were here earlier on in the year. So this is a 28 count opalescent. It is called Cool Glow, and I picked it up on Marketplace. So we're not 100% sure of the brand or the dyer. If you are watching this and you go, oh, I have opalescent Cool Glow, and you know who made it, hit a girl up, tell me, because I would love to credit this maker. This fabric is absolutely beautiful and I am very obsessed with it, and I would like more. I would like more of their stuff. But this one is stitched 2/2 for the most part, 2/1 for some parts. There are a lot of fractals. If you go into this one, go in prepared. Do not go with Ada. It will hurt. It will hurt. There will be a lot of splitting. Go in with an even weave. You can totally do it. If you don't know how to even weave and you want a hand, hit me up. We can make it work. We can make it work. You can stitch on anything. I have full faith in you. Full faith in you. You can do the thing. But this is where I'm up to with him. So I am really hoping to get the rest of his body and his head in. Because that would be really, really nice. And then I have picked out a slightly different blue silk that I want to use for the words. So the words on this one are, should I get the wing leader? And if you've read the book, you know what I'm talking about. So I think that's a lot of fun. I can't wait to get it done. Liz, baby, you did an amazing job with this design. The curves are just so perfect. So perfect. It is worth every single petite stitch. Every single one. I am in love with this, and I think that he's coming out really, really well against the lighter fabric background. I really like that it looks like he's flying through an aurora. I think that's really, really cool. Really cool. So I'm really happy with him, and I'm hoping to get a little bit more done. At the moment, I am using him for a monthly prompt in fandom because Big Dragon flies fast. So I'm using him for the fast prompt. Once I have completely stitched it, I know that the chart has less stitches than what's required, but it's only counting the full stitches. So I then have to go back on my chart and count the petite stitches that I have done, because I have done all of them as individual stitches, so they count as like 2 or 3 or 4 instead of 1, which does boost his numbers significantly. There is a good amount of fractals, but I really enjoyed it and I love how he's looking. I love it so much. He is going to be phenomenal once I get him up on my wall. The final project I have for you this fortnight is one that I was talking about a little bit earlier that Maymania has stolen my thunder on and stolen my focus from. This is the Deadly Aquarium Sal, and as you can see, I have not caught up. Not at all, but she's still beautiful. Here's a close-up for you so you can have a real good look at what I've done. In the last fortnight, I have put in those 2 thick boy columns. I have put in a lot of the groundwork. I have put in the grasses, and I have put in this little shadowing next to one of the columns. So I still have to do 2 of the columns. I have to do the sign, I have to do the back stitch. I've got 2 seagulls left and a little bit of work at the top in the fancy filigree up there, and it will be ready. I do not think I'm gonna get it ready for the first release. I'm telling myself that's okay. We were told to make sure that this side was done to get ready for the release. So at least I'm ready for that. I know what I'm doing. I'm sort of in place. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. So I can put the first release in. I can start that one for Mania. It will be okay. And then I will catch these guys up either in early June or late May. Late May maybe, hopefully. Hopefully it's late May. But this one has been a lot of fun. This is the current Lola Crow stitch along. And I'm doing this one with so many of you guys. So many of you guys have reached out and told me how excited you are to be doing this and sent me photos of your progress and everything else. And it absolutely makes me smile. I love talking about current projects with you guys. It is so much fun. It's so much fun that we're all working on the same things and we've all hunkered down together and we've just got this like, let's do it kind of mentality. I think that's just really amazing. So thank you to everyone that has reached out and shared with me. If you are doing it, if you haven't reached out, I promise I don't bite. Please say hi, if you want to talk about it, if you want to talk about anything you're thinking of changing or color subs, or if you haven't done Lola Crow before and you want to kind of know a little bit about things. Yes, counting is important for this one. I will definitely help out. I will talk to you. I think that's great. But I cannot wait to see what our first release is. I cannot. Does anyone have a guess yet? I don't think we've had a spoiler. We've just been told that we're going to be on this side of the aquarium. So I am really, really excited for that one. I cannot wait for her to come out. Cannot wait. It's going to be so much fun to stitch. Alrighty, the last thing I have to show you today, I've got a few little things piled out on the table. I got some happy mail and I got some haul. So I just wanted to share them with you because I thought this was really, really fun. Really, really fun. So the very first thing I got was my giant cauldron. Look at this thing! This comes from the very amazing Erin and her husband Jim. And it's huge. If you guys were around last year and I think the year before, I got mini cauldrons from them. And I absolutely loved them. They were for my orts, but now I have a big one. A big one to put all my stitching supplies in so that it can sit next to my chair and I can't lose anything. It's so high walled. Look at how big that is. Nothing can fall out. I am so excited. Worth every cent. I really love the classic black look, but a couple of people I've seen online have got the copper one, and the copper one's pretty slick. So I might have to get another one next year. I might have to get another one next year if budget permits. But this is awesome. Thank you so much, Erin. I absolutely love it. I love it. I love that it's got the little rings as the handles and it's got proper little footsins. It's so cute. It's so cute and so big. So that one came to me. Of course, I got this on the Frogwarts page. This was one of the advertised things you could buy. Erin also does wands, so you can get a Frogwarts cauldron and wand, and she does the little tiny ort container cauldrons as well, which is really, really fun. Really fun. So that was part of my haul, and it just, oh my gosh, it's the best. It's one of the most insane things I've bought this year, and I'm so glad I did it. I'm so glad I just went, yes, here's my money. I love it. I love it. It makes me so happy. The next bit of haul that I got was, of course, from my friend Zane over at Ginger Stitch. Ginger Stitch does minder sets now, mini minders. And because I have so many projects going, I'm now finding that I don't have quite enough needle minders. Which is not something I ever thought I'd say because I have a whiteboard of them. But as I start more things, the minders are coming out and going on the projects, and I need 2 or 3 to hold up the phone that uses Pattern Keeper, and to hold up my notes, and to hold up the changes I'm making, and everything else that I might use. So I had to get some more. So first up, I got these mini bubbles. These are for the Deadly Aquarium, of course. Of course. Also, bubbles are just so stinking cute. How could you not? So I've got bubbles for the aquarium. I've got leaves for the Dark Queen. And for everything else, I got soot sprites. You guys, look how cute they are. They're so little and happy, and they've got their little stars. I love them so much. So much. I just love them. Zane makes really great stuff, and their magnets are really, really strong, so I know they're going to hold everything I need. I believe Zane created these ones specifically to help people that park, so that you can put the threads underneath and it will still hold a couple. Or you can like wind it around the magnet because it sticks up a little bit, that sort of thing. Which I think is really great. It's good that we have tools for every kind of stitcher and every kind of stitching. But I've been holding off buying these for a while because I couldn't work out which ones I wanted. And now that I have these, I'm pretty happy. Really though, almost all of my stuff is Ginger Stitch or Black Needle Society. So I think Ginger Stitch just needs a button on their shop that says, send me anything I don't have. And then you can just input your credit card number. And a big mountain of things will come. So it's like all the minders you don't have or all the floss drops you don't have. Because I love everything they do. I love everything they do. And I binge spend a lot of my money there. I binge spend a lot of my money there. Which is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. So that's those. And then I also got some happy mail. I got some happy mail. Look at my happy mail. I took part in a book, floss, and tea swap, and the parameters were that you and your partner would discuss sort of what you were comfortable swapping, what you'd like to do. You could do one of each item, that sort of thing. So I got partnered with a lovely lady named Leonie, and by complete happenstance, we both live in Adelaide. She was unfortunately going overseas at the time, so I did not get to organize an in-person meetup with her. But we are going to meet up once she's back and just sort of get coffee and get to know each other and chat, because you can never have too many in-person stitchy friends. Not ever. Not ever. And we had a little bit of a chat on Instagram to sort of get the lay of the land and the idea of what each other would like. And let me tell you, she knocked it right out of the park. My favorite tea, my favorite colors, and books that I was looking at buying myself. Thank God I didn't reach my reading goal last month, because otherwise I'd have them, right? So she sent me an Earl Grey tea. Earl Grey is my absolute favorite. Thanks to watching a lot of Star Trek in my youth, of course, because it must be Earl Grey tea, hot, right? So she sent me this one, and it's really pretty. I haven't had this brand before, so I'm pretty excited about that. I think it's going to be really nice. Really nice. And we're coming into the cold months now in winter, so it'll be the perfect time to curl up with a cup of tea and a good book. Very keen. Very keen. And then she got me the prettiest flosses, you guys. The absolute prettiest. I got Peacock from The Gentle Art, and I got Iceberg from Weeks Dye Works. Look at these. So they're all greens and whites and blues, my favorite color combos. I'm so happy. I didn't even tell her what my favorite colors were. I just told her ones to avoid. So Leonie knew what she was doing, I think. I think she just an instant brain connection. I really hope that she likes what I've sent her, because my package is in the mail. My package is off to her now, and I'm so excited for her to get it. She won't get it, of course, until she comes home. Which is a bit of a shame, but it will be there, it will be safe, and it will be waiting for her. And then the books she got me were Powerless and Powerful. I'm so excited. Everyone that's seen my post for these has reached out and told me how good these books are. So I cannot wait. I remember reading reviews for them a little while ago and being like, oh, they sound really good. All right, you can have them if you get through your reading goal this month. Here are the books you need to read, Chloe. Did Chloe get through her books? No. Did Chloe stick to her agreement and not buy the new books? Yes. Did Leonie somehow know and give her both? Yes. Yes, and I'm so keen. I cannot wait to read these. So these are now on my TBR. Very much on my TBR. I cannot wait. I am almost done with the book that I am reading from A Court of Thorns and Roses. So I am currently in the second book from that series. I just haven't had time to sit down and finish it yet because my mania has taken over my world. But that's okay. That's okay. So I need to finish that one. And then I finally, my copy of Iron Flame has finally arrived, so I can read that one. And then I'm going to read one of these, and then I'm going to go back to Akatar, and then I'm going to come back to this. And I'm just going to keep switching, I think, because otherwise I am never going to get to the other books on my TBR, because Liz and Mel started me down a rabbit hole. A Court of Thorns and Roses is a good series. Someone told me the other day that there's over 17 books in this series, which is fine, and I can read that, but I have lots of things I want to read at the same time. So I'm going to need to find some extra reading time, I think, to scope out and catch up. The girls have been really wonderful, though. They have not given any spoilers while I've been reading. They've been very patient because I haven't got a lot of time to read at the moment, which has been really, really good, but I will catch them eventually. They are good reads. They're not super heavy. They're not super hard to read, which is really nice. But I think I'm just getting rambly now. I am so sorry. I could talk about books and tea and stitching all day. Anyone that's been on a chat with me, you know that's true. That's just how it is. But that's fine. So I'm gonna leave it there. Plans are to hopefully work on all of the whips, because it's bugging me that they're not as done as I would like. But we'll see how we go on those. At the very least, I'd like to put in the Vampirum next release, the Deadly Aquarium Sal next release, and get my dragon finished. I think that's obtainable. I think that's okay. And then obviously push myself. Hopefully I'll get the strawberries done to catch up. I think that's doable. And then I think I've got another 12 starts to do. Before the 31st. So I've really got to hammer through. I've got to plow through that. I've got to push. I reckon I can do it, you guys. What do you think? Do you think I can do it? It's crazy, right? It's crazy, but it's okay. So I'm hoping to do all of that. I do not know which new starts they will be. I do not have them planned. I have a big list of all the things that I would like to stitch. And every now and then I just open my pattern keeper and go, do I have fabric that's big enough for? Yes, okay. And that's how I ended up with Wing Leader. But I think it's a good way to go. I'm getting through my patterns and I'm finally starting all the things. So until next time, crafty creators, you stay safe, you be happy, and you craft something beautiful. I'll see you real soon, guys. Bye.